First of all, we need a Glühwein. That's the German word for it. Cheers. Yeah, guys, we are super prepared because we came in late today. Welcome to the first Neon Light Patreon studio live stream.
Yeah.
Christmas edition 2020.
Unplug the cam and it seems not to work anymore. Fuck it.
We will fix this. Let me start with something which was a big step in our career to do this. I just play one of the versions we needed to complete the track. I think when you heard the first sounds you will recognize it already. And it fits to this Christmas kind of vibe. As you can see the name of the track in the player. Yeah. I hope you can hear anything. Yeah. So well, this was one of the versions we made for the Into Dust remix for Noisia. And the funny thing is we realized a few minutes ago, while sorting the tracks for the stream, that we actually worked on this project 4 years ago. It's nearly 4 years ago. The first mixdown of a rough clip was on the 9th of December 2016. We did another build up. And that sounds like this. I will skip the intro a bit. So that was the second build-up we sent to them, and we actually got the same answer. Yeah, it's nice, but we expect something, or we want something more epic or more fitting to the original version that's a bit longer and a bit more, gets a longer transition. Yeah, we were sitting here and we're like, man, fuck, what should we do? And then we came up with the third version. It's actually pretty close to the final. Another one. As you can hear, both versions are totally different when it drops. That happens quite often when we work on stuff in our own rooms, and then we show each other what I did. I showed to Jacob, hey, what do you think on this drop?
Nope.
Yeah, nope. Or
No boy, yes.
yes, yeah. So it's sometimes a bit hard to get the true answer. That's shit or something like that. Anyway, that was the beginning of this remix, and then there were more versions because I'm sometimes get bored really fast from something. because when I work on drums, snares, whatever bass so long, then you think, it's not cool. The next day mostly. So the re-rubber was one of these days, I guess. There's one more kind of different drop. Pretty bouncy. I think we are back. Yeah, I think it's better with the camera because we have this funny moving headlight here. Yeah. Oh, the mulled wine is working already. So yeah, back on the question. Well, yeah, I think it's about layering basses. So you have this bass lines. Sometimes you don't need too much because then you have a nice sub, good drums, and then a good crispy mid-range and topping. Yeah, that makes it. But yeah, you need parallel compression sometimes. You do sometimes layering it 2 or 3 times.
I think from track to track it's quite different. I realized there's not a real, let's say, like a rule, or that we do our basses every time in the same way.
So I think I will show you a track we recently finished and released. It was it's 2018 already. It was a track with a collaboration with Receptor from Russia. The track is called Phrase Maker. That was Phrase Maker, and that is the version I was changing. I was changing the version we actually worked on, due to being bored. And as I mentioned before with the Into Dust remix, sometimes you sit working on the track, and then the next morning you come back in the studio and think, what the hell, I don't like it. Our answer about this layering thing, it's definitely, I think when you start layering stuff, especially in the lower frequency or general, when you layer stuff, you have to look into phasing stuff. If you have phase issues, that's not cool. Nobody wants to have problems with that, because it you can have some gaps in the frequency spectrum. So yeah, it's always good to check that, to control that, to check your tracks in mono only, to listen to the side signal, and to flip the face of your channels. We do that quite often when we separate the sub from the actual resound. Then we flip the sub against the other sound part.
At least we try what sounds better.
Yeah,
because,
and
when you start from one track and you just duplicate it, it's not a good idea to switch the phase.
But sometimes when you have another layer on it, which brings a different type of sound to it, it sometimes can be interesting when you flip it. It's always try and error a lot. Every track is different, so you can't say that's the rule and I stick to it for every track.
Yeah. We would love to tell you there is a rule, just do this, do that, give you a few numbers for compressor settings and stuff. But yeah, it's not that simple. That's the sad truth.
Yeah, it is.
So. When I listen to that, what I really miss is standing in front of a stage, headbanging with the crowd or stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Neon City actually, but yeah, before we finished the track, I made also another version of the drop.
You should get a new name. Toby, new version, Neolight.
Yeah, V2.
V2. Yeah.
V2.
Toby V2.
V2,
Neolight.
yeah. Jacob made a great intro, mainly finished the intro completely alone, and it was, I heard it the first time. I said, fucking hell, what's this? It's so great. And then was the hard part to get a good drop for the track, and yeah, we made a great drop, I think. And this one was a bit more the standard banger rave thing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this version, but I think that the original is untoppable. Okay, question. yeah, it's try and error. I sit here for a week and think I don't approach anything and try and try and try and fucking hell. At the end of the day, I make two good sounds, but these sounds can be so important for a good track. It's sometimes a really long way.
And
Okay.
there's another question from Xylem. The relationship between Queen Beth and Heavy Betty. You should read the booklet of My Galactic Tale. So Sidus, the EP has like kind of it has a story, and the My Galactic Tale, the whole album is like the prequel
Cetus,
of
yeah,
Sidus,
it's
more or less. And so the Queen Beth, it's the name of a proper starship, one of the newest generation from human society. And in the story of the My Galactic Tale album, a crew starts with Queen Beth to
go on a mission to save the planet.
yeah, exactly. But then it crashes into another planet, so they have to repair it with a lot of spare parts and random spare parts. And so the rebirth of the Queen Beth is the Heavy Betty.
It's the rough fundamental of Queen Beth V,
Yeah.
but it's more crazy. It's more steampunk, I think.
Yeah.
We had the luck to work with a great artist who was painting all this stuff. We love to do the story thing. So sometimes we were sitting 2 hours in the studio and Jacob was writing down things and then we were discussing. And there's a track we played once in a set. Let's play this track. It's called, how is it called? Is it Banger? Yeah, it's called Banger. 2016 Banger. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
MC Toby, live in the studio.
Any questions from the chat room? If not, we go on with something totally new. Well, okay, let's get back to you guys. To answer the question from Sete, I made this track and I'm sure I will go on with this. But the original version of this last clip is already 2015 or 16. And Black Sun Emperor said, no, it's not that cool. And I changed it completely some weeks back. Again.
Toby again.
But I think now it's getting to becoming a version we really like, and we can imagine to release it, but not sure if it's on the album or somewhere else. We started the track, a collaboration, and we never finished it. Let me play the coolest version. I hope that's the one. Yeah. April 2011. So yeah, it's one of the best times in drum and bass for me, around 2010, 11, 12, 13. When we came up with drum and bass, our drum and bass sounds a bit shit, but the big names like Noisia at that time, Audio, Spore, Lifted Music mainly, and Renegade Hardware, it was sick. Jacob, do you have an interesting story to tell us? We're planning our second album. About the Hornet remix. Yes, the Hornet remix. There might be something happening next year. Our version is from 2015. Something like that. Maybe we do a new mix of it and maybe change some elements. But we hope that's coming out at some day. But we were talking about the album too. So yeah, Neolite tries to make an album too. So we're working on it, and we have a couple of demos flying around, and we actually have 2 or 3 tracks pretty done, and a lot of good versions. We really like it. think
just a
yeah,
short
we give you a short impression
okay.
of more jumpy thing because jump up is a big experience for us. So yeah, we actually played this clip already in the live 24-hour live stream. So if you joined that, you know this already.
Stanzenist.
Melodie.
Don't rip that.
I hope nobody of you will rip the tunes and upload it to SoundCloud and say, I have a new tablet from Neolight.
I gonna cut your dick. On this, how cool is this? We got it from a student who visited us. We don't know what will happen if we open this. Oh no, we need, sorry. I broke my bike light just to get the batteries. Okay, sounds like Time Bomb. Again. Ah! Probably the batteries are pretty empty. Yeah. Shit!
Okay. But before we play the last one, we want to say thank you. It was good fun. We had some drinks, some Christmas drinks, and I think next time we need some other drinks because then Christmas is over, I guess. We hope you had a good time. Thanks for joining us and thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting us. Enjoy your holidays. So, thank you. Love you. Respect.
Thanks for supporting.
Which track do we play, by the way?
Okay, yeah.
We play Vanity Fair. It's
only until the breakdown.
No, bitte drop. Enjoy.